What's up, guys? Bizarre 1000 here with my Smackdown review. Woo! Daniel Bryan won! Or Bryan Danielson, as I'm familiar with him. Hey, he didn't lose, but he won too. So it was a draw, but wow. You know what? I wasn't going to do a Smackdown review, guys. Because I usually don't, because you don't get that many views. But you know what? Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk. Some people might be pissed off because it ended in a draw, but you couldn't have CM Punk or Daniel Bryan win that match, really. Because if CM Punk wins, I mean, Daniel Bryan has a lot of steam going into WrestleMania. But if Daniel Bryan wins, it kills some of CM Punk's steam going in. So you end up having a great 30-minute match, and it was a great match. I mean, you saw both scenarios where CM Punk won, and then you saw a scenario where Daniel Bryan won, and then they just ended it in a draw, which you kind of seen that coming. And it was good. I liked it. I liked how it was a great wrestling match. That match right there is why I love wrestling. I haven't seen one of those matches in a very long time. But that is why I became a fan of wrestling. Daniel Bryan and CM Punk. If you hated this match, you don't like wrestling. You're just a sports entertainment fan. You're not a wrestling fan. TNA or WWE has not put on a great match like this in a very long time. Ring of Honor, they put on matches like this like weekly. But the WWE, once in a while, we seen this match 2 weeks ago, and we got maybe 10 minutes. But this match got about a half an hour, if not more, and these two just brung it. They both went at it, tooth and nail. I mean, Daniel Bryan's a killer submission moves, submission expert. I mean, I want to go over the show, but I'm just blown away by that match in general. Because that match is unbelievable. SmackDown started off pretty good, if I can remember it. Some stuff like Daniel Bryan came out, did some talking and stuff like that. Some funny segments to see him going backstage. He's like, yeah, Daniel Bryan's doing all this vegan stuff and how I'm a role model and all that. CM Punk's like, you know, I did this thing not that long ago on SmackDown. But I was straight edge and I was a role model. He says if he makes AJ shave her head, I'm suing him for gimmick infringement. Because it is kind of funny. Because it's kind of almost the same storyline, but with Daniel Bryan as a vegan, not so much a straight edge guy. What about the stuff with CM Punk and and Chris? I like to smack girls around Brown. I mean, very intriguing. CM Punk said he wanted to curb stomp him. Which, if you've ever seen American History X, you know what curb stomping is. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that, I'm just saying. I don't like Chris Brown anyway, but whatever. Well, I would love to see that. Forget Jericho. I would love to see CM Punk beat the crap out of Chris Brown. And Chris Brown tried to tweet back saying, well, I miss the days of Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Coca Beware and Junkyard Dog. All three were good entertainers. They couldn't wrestle a lick. Come on. Coco Beware? Entertainer. Hacksaw? Entertainer. We say Coco Beware, Jim Duggan, and somebody. I don't know. But I mean, this guy, if he's challenging the wrestling, he accused CM Punk of being on steroids. If you know anything about CM Punk, do your homework, dude. He's a straight edge superstar. Straight edge. You might not know what straight edge means because you're a dumb edge. Dumbass. Like to beat up girls like a punk. Anyways, it's not a pop culture rant, sorry. Back to wrestling. CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, best match I've seen in a very long time. A wrestling match. I've seen moves in this match I haven't seen in years. Like that move where Punk has arm bended and Daniel Bryan gets stomped on his wrist or on his elbow. I was like, man, that's like just technical wrestling. The days of Bret Hart. I mean, just move. You just pick a body. Ric Flair, even when you just pick a body part and just destroy it. That's the days of wrestling I miss. I mean, there were some funny moments tonight. Cody Rhodes bashing on the Big Show. I mean, we had Theodore Long trying to be funny, which to me, he's just not entertaining. I mean, he's not really funny. He tried to do these jokes to Laurinaitis and Daniel Tonga. I mean, he's like, oh, your office is down the hall. You got your own bathroom. You won't be able to miss it because in the end. I mean, he's not funny. And on Tonga, I mean, I'm confused. I'm confused about Tonga. On Raw last night, he beats Ezekiel Jackson. Then on Smackdown tonight, he beats Ezekiel Jackson. I mean, either they see something in David Otunga. I mean, he just reminds me of a jacked up version of Slick. Which, Google Slick. WF Slick. Google Slick, if you don't know what I'm talking about. I think it was Slick? No, Slick wasn't the lawyer. It was, Slick wasn't the lawyer. Who was the lawyer? What was his name? It was like, I can't remember this idiot's name. From back in the 80s. Crap. Anyway, but he used to carry a briefcase. I am an attorney, and he was really annoying. I think he was the referee too at one point. What was his name? I'm bugging the hell out of me. I can't remember, guys. Sorry. If you know what, leave me a comment below and remind me if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, Big Show and Cody Rhodes do this little thing. Otunga had a match with Zeke. We had R-Truth and Kofi lose to Dolph and Jack Swagger. I don't get this. Guys, help me out. Last night on Raw. Okay. R-Truth, which he should be talking every night, give him the mic. R-Truth, who thought we were talking about this? R-Truth is freaking hilarious. Let him talk. You just give him a mic and give him 10 or 15 minutes out there and he'll freaking have people bust him up like crazy. Anyways, R-Truth and Kofi versus Dolph and Jack. They lose to Dolph and Jack, but last night they beat the tag champions. Unless they decide just to scrap those two as a tag team and just say, here you go, Dolph and Jack is a tag team. I don't like that. Because it's just stupid. Well, anyway, whatever, that was stupid. Which, I like Dolph and Jack as a tag team more than I like Kofi and R-Truth. Okay, there was that match. There was no Divas match. They talked about Eve having some kind of interview this week at WWE.com, but who cares? I do like the story twist of that storyline, though, where she's like all of a sudden a heel. Hosky was trending worldwide, which is freaking hilarious. I'm kind of surprised they didn't have John Cena on the show. That surprised me. It was a super show. I mean, why not have John Cena come out and cut a promo or something like that? We had The Miz versus Sheamus, which The Miz lost, of course. But The Miz came out and said, hey, Daniel, I want to have a match. I mean, me and you should... I take a lot of care of being your mentor. And Daniel, like, yeah. Or Bryan Danielson, I like him better. I like Bryan Danielson a hell of a lot better. The American Dragon. The best in the world. If you don't know about the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, the best in the world, then you don't know Jack. When he was being violent, people called him the best in the world. So I'm just saying. If you want to call CM Punk the best in the world, well, Daniel Bryan was called best in the world before it was popular. I'm just saying. And those two are two of the best wrestlers. Anyways, Miz came out and said, like, hey, let's be maybe after WrestleMania, after you beat Sheamus, let's be I mean, it was like, this would be intriguing if they teamed those two up. This is very intriguing, guys. Alright, guys, that's my reviews of Bizarre 1000. Go back and watch all my other videos. Follow me on Twitter at Bizarre 1000. Check out Most Extreme Wrestling. And take care. and buzz your hair. Woo, 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 you know it.